Alright, so we have successfully awakened the god, Gorbor Gore the Savage. I am extremely grateful that I didn't take the solitaire optional rule, which adds adds one extra ritual token to each challenge that you draw, because I think that would just completely wreck me here. Another thing that rule has is when you awaken the god, you actually have to resolve the 3 omens that were used to awaken, the 3 rituals that were used to awakening the particular god, and that would completely wreck me as well, because that would add actually it will add 4 counters to him, to doom counters to his card, so he will be halfway toward being completely indestructible. So yeah, that was quite fortunate. I don't know why that rule exists. It seems like a terrible rule. It seems like an unbeatable rule. But yeah, let's move on here. We now get to reap the rewards for our Nashan Elder, which is 1 gold, and we get to keep the card and use him to lower the cost of an ally by 3. Great. We have to roll for the doom track, our doom track, not the doom track for the god. So let's see here, it's at 17 right now. That's a 2 and a 7, so that's 9, not enough to advance the doom track here. And we move it down to 16. Great. We begin our next turn, and we will once again not be rolling any movement dice because we are next to the town here. Actually, since this is a yeah, the town up there is a native village, so I could roll, and since town spaces are considered to be wild spaces anyway, I can use whatever roll I wanted here, and I can still have my market step, and then if we are somewhat lucky we could maybe attempt that yellow challenge over there next to me anyway. So let's do that. Let's roll here for our movement. Alright, do we have a mountain? We have no mountains. On the other hand, we could attempt the green challenge that's next to him up there, because as soon as we attempt a yellow challenge, the green challenges will be will have to be taken away from the game. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna use this swamp river dice to move into the town here, and then we get to the market step, and we have to add 1 card to the market stack, which is, let's see, it's a cursed scarab. If your hero attacks unsuccessfully, you must take 1 wound in addition to any wounds your enemy inflicts. When this occurs, you may inflict 2 wounds on your enemy. Well, that's an interesting card, and it's now on the stack here together with Jithra. But we are extremely interested in Jithra and not in this scarab. So I will, once again, a quick look at Jithra. She has 5 life, no endurance, but that's okay. Jithra receives +1 bonus to her attack for every wound on her. She's decent in range, but she's excellent in melee, which is why I want her. And she's terrible in magic, but that's okay, that's where I'm good. And she costs 10, but then we can discard this Nashan Elder to lower her cost by 3, which brings her down to 7. And we will pay that with our 10 here. So we pay 10 and get 3 back. We already had 2 here, so I will take 5. So we had 12 gold, and we are now back to down to 5. And in addition, we have this great ally here. I don't know how to really stack these different items and stuff that I have. I think I can do it like this maybe. Here we go. I don't know if I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to add an experience counter for excuse me, an experience counter for the last green challenge that I completed, which was the Nashan Elder. I think I forgot to add one, so I have 2 now. Let's see. We have killed 6 of them. Well, actually, I think I actually did add, because that's quite interesting. Did I do that or not? Yeah, I don't know. I think I did, so I will not be taking this. I think I have actually given myself the experience counter. I can't be bothered checking. It's just 1 experience, even though it's it could be important, but I think I got it already. So that was our turn. No roaming monsters, because we are in a town area, and then we get to roll for the Doom track, which is at 16. So that's a 3 and a 3, that's 6, that's not good enough. Alright, great, we go down to 15, and now once again I hope that I can speed this up a little bit and not talk all that much about every little phase and every little thing that I'm doing. Oh wait, that was stupid. The whole point of this was to actually move into this green adventure up here after we had our market step. So yeah, even though I rolled for the Doom track in a little bit early, I think I'm still gonna keep the result. I've already rolled for it. But we now move into the green adventure up there, and then we have to encounter this green adventure. Those are the Goma Imps, or Goma Imp. 2 gold reward, and then it's not that dangerous of a creature. So let's see here. First of all, we have to defend in we could let Jithra defend, but I think that's that's not necessary here. So we have to defend in ranged combat. We need 9 or higher, and that's 14, so that's fine. And then we can let Jithra attack if we wanted to, but I think that's wasteful as well. Instead, we are going to defend, because if we do take a wound, we can heal our wound with our successful magical attack here anyway. So let's do that. We defend, we need 12 or higher, and that's 7, so that's not good enough. So we would have to place a wound on us, but then we attack in magical combat, and it only has a value of 9, while I have a value of 8, so it's an automatic success. So I deal damage and have a successful magical attack and get to heal the wound, and the guy is dead. Unfortunately, I was a little bit hasty here because I'm excited that I got my ally now, so I didn't place this ritual token on the challenge that we were facing. So we now have to place this ritual token up there somewhere, but we don't have any rituals with skulls on them, so I have to draw new ones until we find one, and that's one with suns. Draw another one, and that's one with skulls. Rite of Pain, it says. What we want to do here now is complete rituals that have moons on them, because that doesn't trigger our god that we have awakened. What was his name again? Gorborgor the Savage. But now we place this new ritual, Rite of Pain, and we place 1 token on it. We successfully defeated this guy, get 2 gold. It's great, we now have enough to get the shield down there, and then we get 1 experience point for successfully completing a green ritual, or a green challenge, I mean. Here we go. And we have already rolled for the Doom track, so I will skip that this turn. So we now move on. We are still perfectly healthy. We get to roll movement dice. We need mountains. Mountains would be great. We don't have any mountains. So that's quite unfortunate. And I think it's a little bit dangerous standing out here in the open. having to face these roaming monsters. So I think, yeah, I think instead I'm just gonna move back into the city here, not take any chances. I do have a road icon, and then I can use whatever to move into the city, so that's fine. And then we have our market step there, adding yet another card, which is Crystal Staff. Before combat, activate to make a magic attack. If your hero succeeds, inflict 2 wounds. Well, actually, that's amazing. Huh, that's just great. Sadly, we only have 9. We only have 9 gold. Or, I mean, we only have 7 gold. We need 8. I think you can sell these. I don't know if you can sell these. No, I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can sell these survival gear. Let's see. This is the reason why I'm not using the tripod to move around the camera, because it makes these terrible plastic sounds. But I don't think we can sell these survival gear tokens here. They do cost 1 to buy, but if we were to sell them, I think we would only get 0 for them. Otherwise, you could just sell all of these and buy the ones that you want. So yeah, I'm not gonna play like that. Ah, that spear is great. It doesn't say that this uses up your... I don't think this uses up your attack. No, it doesn't. I think actually this spear, together with the shield and together with Jithra, is enough to kill. I mean, it's enough to kill anything, almost. Yeah. Alright. We have to roll for the Doom track. It's at 15. And that's 14, 7 and 7. So we move down to 14 here as well. And we don't have to have a roaming monster check here because we are in a town area. Then we roll again. We need that mountain, and here we have it. We have a mountain here. We actually have 2 mountains, so that's fine. We can now move into this yellow adventure here. Let's see what that is. Let's draw a yellow adventure. Tree hoppers. Let's see. Before combat, test spot, which is a ranged challenge or range test. If you fail, take 1 wound. Receive 4 gold. It's kind of dangerous in ranged, but we can kill it in melee and magical combat, I guess. We have to place one of these ritual. That's a sun. Alright, let's attempt this. First we have to test spot, which is a ranged skill. We have a ranged value of 3 and no additional skills. So we need, let's see, we need 10 or higher. And that's a failure, so we have to take a wound immediately. There we go. And then it attacks in range, and I think we will defend. We will defend here as well. It has a value of 13 and it does 2 damage. So we need 10 here as well. And that's a 5 and a 7, that's 12, so we successfully defend. And then Jithra will attack in melee. She has value of 6 and it has a defense of 12, so we need 6 or more. And that's 8, so that's good enough. And Jithra actually kills this guy because she does 3 damage. That's great. Yeah, these guys have 3 health. So we successfully kill this, and we now have to place this up here. We have a sun ritual, so we just place it at the top place. And then we get the reward, which is 4 gold and a yellow 2 experience counter. 4 gold, we can exchange one of our gold pieces for another one here and exchange these 2 for a 10, so we are back at 11 now. Great. This guy is discarded. And in addition, see if I can move this a little bit. In addition, all green challenges are now taken off the board. We cannot have any green challenges left on the board. Alright. So that's fine. And then, oh man, this tripod is terrible. Let's see, maybe if I do something like this, we can have the entire field here. So we now roll for Doom Track. That's a 6 and a 3, that's 9, still not good enough. I think I have been extremely lucky, not only in my rolling for this Doom Track, but also getting these items and getting through these monsters. And I think a lot of that is thanks to Elga being able to heal herself during combat. Obviously this guy is discarded because we successfully defeated him. Let's see. We continue on, next turn. Roll our dice, and now I think my main focus is getting that spear. So we have to go back to that town. And that's fine, we have a road, and then we can use whatever to move into the town. Again, we draw a new market card. Rune of Healing. Before moving, activate to discard one wound from either your hero or one of your allies. That's also a good card. But I think I'll be getting this instead. The Crystal Staff, definitely. So I now get the Crystal Staff, costs 8. Pay with my 10, and I have 3 gold left. I think I'm also going to use one of these gold pieces to heal my wound here, so that I'm completely healed. So that was the market step. Now we get to roll for the Doom Track since there's nothing else to do. Well, actually I could move again because this is a native village, but there are no adventures anywhere close to us, and if I do that I will have to face a roaming challenge, and that will add to Gore here, and I don't really want to do that because I will probably have to face some of these adventures on our way down here to get the shield or get the rune. One of these, I want to get one of these things. So let's see, Doom Track is at 13, and that's 10. No, that's 7 actually. So that's not good enough still. All right. I mean, this is a little bit. I can't find the 12. Come on, here we go. This is a little bit random. Sometimes you will roll and get these almost immediately. Let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. Get to move this Doom Track almost immediately, and other times it will be like this. You get quite a lot of turns before you have to advance the Doom Track. Next turn, movement dice. Let's see, we have some hills. Sadly no forests. No swamps. We have quite a lot of roads. We have 5 roads. Can we make it to that top town? We cannot. And no forests either, so we cannot grab a shortcut here. But that's too bad. If we only had one forest, that would be good enough. Maybe I should have bought one of those dead man's compasses. That was stupid. It was quite stupid of me. Yeah, it was extremely stupid of me, because now when the Doom Track goes up, the shield has a chance of being discarded, since we are at yellow adventure level now. So I don't know if this is if I should chance this. Well, I have to, since I have to complete the some of these yellow challenges. So I'm gonna use these 5 actually to, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on the action area here. So we are up there, we want to get, we do want to get down here, or to the red town, but I'm going to use my 5 road icons here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and almost make it to that town there. So let's see, because we didn't make it. This is quite fiddly actually. I don't know if this is, I would have preferred to having to hold the camera actually, but I don't know. I thought that this would be a little bit easier. So we have to have a roaming adventure. There are no roaming monsters that correspond to the road icons, so we draw another monster to add, and this time we have to add it from the yellow stack because we are on the yellow part of adventuring. And that is mountains, so we don't have to immediately face this guy. Dead mob. Melee. If you hear a defense and is not successful, he must immediately defend again in melee. This is a quite deadly one for a caster. Receive 5 gold. So this now is placed on the track here, and we have to draw token, which is another sun token. Okay. Oh man, this is... Alright, so we have to roll for the Doom track. It's at 12. And it's 9. Still it doesn't advance. Extremely lucky. Alright. We are still at 1. Next turn we roll dice. Hopefully we can get to this guy here now. And let's see. We need 2 roads, which we have. We need a plane. And then we cannot do it, I think. No mountains, a forest, but that's not going to be enough. Unless I take a shortcut down here. Yeah. See, 2 roads. Oh man, accidentally flipped this one. 2 roads, a hill, forest, and then we... no, I mean a river, and then we get stuck. Yeah. Well then, let's just use 1 wild to move into the town here, and then 4 spaces for road. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can take this guy and then move down, back down here, and just hope for the best when we roll for the Doom track. So once again we have to check the roaming monster track here. We don't have anything that corresponds to a road, so we have to draw a new one. That's for a swamp. This now becomes quite dangerous. We have to clear some of these soon. Melee. If your hero or ally combat score is less than 10, Slash Dancer inflicts +2 wound. Oh man, that's dangerous. Receive 3 gold and 1 experience point. Right? Draw the ritual, yet another sun. So we now have 5 monsters here. There's only room for 1 additional monster. And we get to roll for the Doom track. And that's not good enough. That's 10, 7 and a 3. Oh man, still not good enough. We are down to 10 now. Extremely lucky there. And then for our next turn we just move in here without rolling, and we face this yellow adventure. I will take this off right now. We face this yellow adventure up here. So let's see. Mistvine Druid. Magic. Your hero and each of your allies must take 1 exhaustion marker at the beginning of your each magic phase. Receive 4 gold and refresh all of your items and allies. Okay. Let's see, he wasn't that dangerous in either of these phases, so I'm gonna go ahead and face this guy. I have to draw one of these rituals, and this time it's a wild one. So first of all, we have to defend in ranged, and I will not be using my crystal staff. So I will defend in ranged. I need 8 or higher, and that's just good enough. 9 and a 1, that's 10. So I successfully defend, and then Jitra will attack in melee. The druid has defense of 11, so she needs 5 or more, and she can actually kill the druid immediately if she's successful here. And it's good enough, that's 10 and 2, that's 12, so she immediately kills this druid. And we now have to place this up there on the ritual track, and I think I'm going to place it on the moon, completing this moon ritual, because that will not trigger anything on our god. So this had already a marker on it, and I placed on the second one. When this ritual is completed, the active hero must discard all challenges on the roaming monster track, then add a number of new challenges to the roaming monster track equal to number of roaming monster track that were discarded. Well, damn it, I don't want to do that actually. Oh man, because that would complete the next ritual, and then we will... Basically, when you discard these, you have to place these tokens up there still. So that is bad. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna... should have read this. I'm gonna place it here on the sun ritual, so it has 1 space left, and that way we don't have to complete that stupid ritual up there. The reward is 4 gold and refresh all your items and allies. I don't need that part, but I do need the 4 gold, so I will exchange 1 gold for 5 here. Great. And 2 experience points as well. Now we get to our what's it called, experience phase, and I will exchange 5 experience points to level up. Taking, I think this time I'm gonna take a health marker actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take a health marker. I think I'm decent enough as it is in magical combat, although maybe not. Maybe this is better to have. Yeah, let's take 1 additional, because now we can definitely kill anything. So yeah, let's do that, especially since we have this staff here. Especially since we have the staff. Alright. I don't know if you can see the staff actually. There you go. We have this great staff here that adds an additional combat step for us. So, the turn is complete. We once again roll for the doom track, which is now at 10. And that's 19. That's well over what we need. So we now reset this back to 18. And move the doom track to 2. And we now have to check which cards we discard, and we have to roll for all cards that cost 8 or less. So that's basically every card on here costs 8 or less. So let's see, beginning with the top card. 1 to 5 is to keep, and 6 to 10 is... no, 1 to 5 discard, 6 to 10 keep. 10, so keep. Next card. 2, discard. Just pull it off. Next card. 1, discard. The Rune of Healing. 5, discard. The Scarab. 9, keep. The Ally, Brother Fracas. 9, keep. The good rune, Dragon Breath rune. 1 discard, damn it. The mug or jug here. 6 keep, and the shield, come on. 1 discard. Too bad. Some good items were discarded, but luckily we got to the ally and to the staff in good time. Alright, so that's it. As you can see, the market track is now almost empty, which is what should happen in normal gameplay as well, while people are buying stuff and such. So yeah, we now have to wait for the next advancement on the Doom track to refill the market steps here. Alright, we move on. Next turn, we get to roll. We are perfectly healthy, all dice. Let's see, we need a forest. We don't have a forest. We have 2 plains, 2 roads, and well, we have let's see, 3 plains and 2 roads. It doesn't really matter. We don't have to rest or anything. We can easily get here, 2 roads, 2 plains. We get down here. This is a little bit dangerous, but I think this is, well, actually, wait. We don't have anything to buy right now. There's nothing I want to buy, so I think instead I'm just going to use 1 movement to move in here and go to the market step here, adding a card. And that is the Honor Sword ally. Not the greatest ally, but where is this relic here? This treasure map might allow us to take cards without having to go to the specific towns to buy them. This might be interesting. I've never played with this card. I don't know if this is good enough. I think this is good enough in the late game when you gain 5 or 6 gold, but I don't think it's good enough right here, so I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna buy 2 of these Dead Man compasses here for 2 gold and stock up on these. So I will exchange 5 here for 3. There we go. And then I'm gonna end my turn right there, I think. I don't want to face a roaming monster. So we roll for the Doom track, which is now reset at 18. And that's 10, so that's good enough. Nothing happens. Move down to 17. And then we get to the next turn, we have to roll again. And let's see. Still no forests, but we have 2 plains, 2 roads, and I will use one of my Dead Man's compasses here to exchange this dice here to a forest. This is the reason why I bought these guys. And then we can move 2 roads, 2 plains and a forest into here, attempting this yellow adventure. See what that is. War leader Matan. That doesn't sound good since he's a named monster. Let's see what his flavor text says. Maybe this is interesting. The undersigned Matan, a Makim, resolves to serve as indentured servant to the Zek and to act as bodyguard and scout, and will be granted 1 suit of plate armor and 2 short swords in payment. A blood-splattered contract signed by members of the Zanagan Exploration Company. So he forced them to sign it. Alright, you get 4 gold and 1 survival gear, which is good. He's not dangerous in range, but he's quite dangerous in melee. So let's hope that Jitra can actually do this, since she will probably be attacking. Alternatively, I could use my crystal staff here and activate it before combat to make a magic attack. dealing 2 wounds, and then I could make a ranged attack. Well, actually this is my attack for the turn, isn't it? I cannot attack anymore after this. I think this is my attack, but then Jithra can attack, since it's easier to hit this guy in ranged combat than in melee combat. Yeah, let's do that. So I activate my staff. Let's first of all, let's do this in order. Let's draw him one of these guys. Here we go. So he has, I activate my staff, make a magical combat roll. I have 10 and he has a defense of 12, so I don't even have to roll. I immediately inflict 2 wounds on him. And then during the ranged phase, Jithra will attack. She has a value of 3 and he has a defense of 9, so she needs 6. And that's good enough. That's 6 and 7, that's 13. So we kill him before he manages to charge us. He's now dead. Alright, great. Great stuff. We have to place this... we now have to place this on one of the rituals. Let's see what the sun ritual is here. I think the skull is quite dangerous. I'm not willing to place anything there. When this ritual is completed, all heroes may discard 3 gold to gain 1 experience counter of their choice. Each hero may only do this once. Well, obviously, yeah. So let's place this on here. We complete this ritual. We get this effect. We can discard 3 gold. We do have 3 gold to discard. And we gain a 4 token here. And then we have to trigger the omen effect of the god. We see this for the first time now. The omen effect is for the sun here. The active hero must take 1 wound, then place 1 doom counter on this card. So I receive a wound. Let's see where my doom counters are. There we go. Here are my doom counters, and I place it on the card. So he has now leveled up a little bit here. If we are lucky and find the lost city, I could challenge this guy and win the game. So maybe I should have checked the roaming track here if there are any monsters that have this, that have the ability of giving out the lost city token. But there aren't any. Yeah. Alright, this ritual is complete. It's discarded. Okay, we get reward. 4 gold, 1 survival gear. We exchange 1 of our gold pieces here for 5. Survival gear, we take 1 of the dead man compasses again. And 2 experience points for completing a yellow challenge. Alright, so he's killed. And now we get to the experience phase. We get to level up again. Using 5 experience. And now I think it's time to add 1 health to my character. Alright, so that was quite a successful encounter. So let's roll for the doom track. That's 2 and a 1, 3, nothing happens. Let's see. I'm having such trouble with finding these. Here we go, 16. Alright. Actually, maybe we should have used this thing to reveal the top deck, or top card of a deck, because if yeah, maybe take a look at the blue deck. If the blue deck has a card which will add the lost city counter to the board. I think I will chance it and attack that blue guy, because if we are successful we get to place the Lost City counter, and then we know where this god is hiding out at, and we can attempt to subdue him before he wrecks the entire Zanaga countryside here. Let's see. Alright, moving on anyway to the next turn. I don't know what the plan is now. I think the plan is to get down here and try to complete one of these yellow challenges. So let's see. Alright, we have some plains, but no roads. The question is, do I feel strong enough attacking a blue adventure? Because I did basically get a free level up with the last ritual. So what I'm thinking is, I'm almost strong enough to go ahead and attack a blue adventure. I would need some sort of protection, I think. I'm not quite comfortable yet. So let's use this card then. Let's see. During your movement step. So yeah, let's discard this that we had and take a look at the top of the blue deck to see what we have here. Sting Masters. Let's see. Any phase, armor items are treated as if their text boxes are blank. Well, that's not bad because we don't have any armor. Reward 5 gold and 1 survival gear. It's quite dangerous in ranged, but it only has 4 health, so we could kill it. Yeah, we could kill this guy. We could kill this guy in melee. Yeah, let's go for it. We place it back on the top of the pile. Let's see, no, yeah, we do have a mountain here. Mountain plus plain, so I will go in here into the blue adventure facing this blue miniature here. And yeah, let's go for it. The Sling Masters. It's again one of these wild tokens. Wait a minute. I have to. Alright, so I'll do it like this instead. I'm gonna face off with that guy instead. I wanted to check if I had enough movement here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and face off with this guy because he's closer to these towns over here. So I have a greater variety on where I can move if the Doom track were to move after this this particular step, and if we were to refresh the market track here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I also noticed that I had 6 of these yellow markers out on the board, but let's just leave it at that. I don't know why. I think one of them snuck in somewhere, but okay. Let's go ahead and it's still the Sling Masters. It's the same guy, and I have forgotten to refresh my crystal staff here, which will be vital for this combat. So let's go ahead and do this. Before combat, I use my crystal staff again. I activate to make a magical combat attack. I have a value of 10. It has a defense of 12, so I don't even have to roll. I immediately inflict 2 wounds on it, and then I will defend. Well, yeah, I have 5 health now, so this might be okay. Since I made an successful magical attack, I get to heal as well. So I do have 5 health now. I think... Well, actually, I might let Jitra defend, because if she gets wounded... Yeah, if she gets wounded, she is better in combat. So let's do that. She defends here. He has an attack value, or they have an attack value of 16. She has the defense value of 3, so she needs 13 or higher to defend. And that's 5. That's not good enough, so Jitra takes 3 damage here, 3 wounds. And then Jitra will attack in melee, and she gets +1 for each wound, so she now has a base value of 9, and they have a defense value of 12, so she needs 3 or more. So that's, I think that's safe. Hopefully that's safe. Yeah, that's 16, so that's fine. So she deals 3 damage, bringing this up to 5, and we kill this sling masters without any problem. The question now is if we should complete the moon ritual, and I don't think we should. I place it on the skull ritual, and now both of them are kind of near completion, but that's okay. It's better than completing that moon ritual, which will then complete even more rituals here. Sling masters. This was not an armor, right? No, it's an artifact staff. 5 gold and 1 survival gear. So let's give myself 5 gold, and the last survival gear, which is a lockjaw trap. If you use the lockjaw trap, the monster is automatically placed on the roaming monster track, but you do escape it if you want to do that. And since I've successfully completed a blue adventure, I now have to discard all the red adventures here, and we do move up 1 step here. On top of that, I do get 3 experience points, which will then allow me to level up yet again here. So I will do that at the end of the turn, at the what's it called, experience phase. And now the question is, should I add another health here to myself? And I think, yeah, I think that's safe. That's safest. So I add yet another health here to myself, bringing me up to 6 health, which is quite a lot. That's probably a good amount to have. So 6. I can take 5 wounds before dying, so that's good. Let's roll for the doom track. It's at 16, and that's 9, a 2 and a 7. So we just move this down to 15, and it's, I don't know, it's a little bit boring right now. Not much is happening. I'm just leveling up. The reason is because we haven't found the lost city yet. I think I could have attempted this guy already. I could have killed him already without problem, as long as we get to attempt. As long as we can find that damn lost city. But okay, we move to the next stage here, and we are wounded now, so only 4, or my ally is wounded, so only 4 dice to move. I don't know, maybe we can even attempt a red adventure, but I don't think so. Let's do this. Let's see. The problem here now, basically, is I have to keep going through these adventures, because I have to find the lost city, and I have to complete these rituals, making the god better to be able to find this lost city. And if I'm extremely unlucky, he may even kill me before I can manage to find this lost city. But okay, we cannot get to any of these, so I think, well, maybe we can. Let's see, we have a forest, we have a hill, Is this a hill or... Oh, that's a swamp. We don't have a swamp, on the other hand. If we were to end our... Yeah, if we were to end our movement in a forest, we would have to complete the stupid ritual. So I think... Can we get to that mountain? Maybe we can. We do have a mountain, a plain, a hill. Yeah, so let's do that. We move here to Fire Peak Massive, and we end our movement there. So then we have to encounter one of these roaming adventures down here, and we have the Machim Gladiator or the Dead Mob to attempt. And I think the Machim Gladiator, I can actually kill them before we even... Yeah, let's... On the other hand, the Dead Mob gives 5 gold. Let's see. So let's see here. If your hero defends and is not successful, you must immediately defend again in melee. That's not a big deal because Jithra will be attacking in melee and I can heal her once. She will probably be successful, and then we get 5 gold. On the other hand, this guy is a little bit easier, but I think I'm gonna go with this challenge. You don't get any experience, but you do get the reward. So I will be facing this guy, the Dead Mob, and I will I will activate my staff again and attack before combat. Magical attack. I have a base value of 10 and he only, or they only have a defense of 12, so that's automatically 2 wounds. Healing 1 wound from Jithra in the process. So here we go, and then Jithra will attack. She gets +2 because she has 2 wounds, so she has a base value of 8 and they have a value of 14, which means she needs, let's see, she needs 6 or higher to be successful, and that's 13, so that's just crushed these dead zombies here without any problem. We now have to place this sun token here. We don't have any sun rituals, so we have to draw. We are now at the blue part of the game. So this is a skull, which is bad, but on the other hand it has 4 spaces, so it's not going to be anytime soon that we have to complete that. This is a moon, also 4 spaces, and here we have a sun. Let's read this so we know what this is. When this ritual is completed, replenish all adventure counters, then the active hero must place the lost city on his space. Well, that's great. That is what we are looking for. So we now place 1 of these here, and we only need 1 more sun token to actually find this lost city, and that will only add 1 additional doom token to the Gorbor god, and he will only become slightly more dangerous, not extremely dangerous. So yeah, great. We now get to take the reward for this guy, which is 5 gold. We had 10 gold already, so I will keep 5 and then exchange the other 5 for 10, which is 15. Great. Don't get any experience here like I talked about, and that is our turn now. So we have to roll for the doom track, which is at 15. And that's a 10, so nothing happens. Move down to 14. And we get to the next turn. And since that ritual would complete, and we will get the lost city, I think I'm just gonna stay here because we already have 1 sun token here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and face these Machim Gladiators here instead of moving and taking a chance on defeating something else. So let's see. Mocking Gladiator. Before combat, test jump. If you fail, your hero does not roll dice when he makes his first attack. Instead, you automatically roll a 2 result, which wouldn't matter in the magical combat phase because I already have a base value of 10. Okay, so sure. Let's test jump, which is melee value or melee skill, and we need a 15 or higher, which is highly unlikely. Yeah, that's an 8, so we fail. But we then move on. That is the question. Yeah, Jithra will defend in... Jithra defends in... well, actually, I don't know what happens here. This is before combat. His abilities before combat. Which one gets resolved first? I mean, if I can resolve this first, then he automatically dies. If he gets to resolve his ability first, then I can't do this because I will only... Well, I could do this still. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I don't even have to defend or attack. I just activate the staff again, make a magical combat. I automatically roll 2, but I already have a base value of 10, so it doesn't matter. I kill him before combat. Great. So we now place this on the ritual up here, completing the ritual of the tribes. It said replenish all adventure counters, but for me that means I get to replenish 1 counter of the phase that I'm currently at, so that's 1 blue. I will add it here again, and then place the Lost City counter, which we have here, and this is where the god is hiding at. So we have found the Lost City. It was in this mountain area here, and the god is hiding out there. And then we have to resolve the omen from the god. Well, first of all, I healed Jithra. Let's not forget this. I did make a successful magical attack. I healed Jithra, and then we have to resolve the omen here, which is the active hero must take 1 wound, then place 1 doom token on this card. So now I have 1 wound on me, the ritual is complete, and the god gets an additional doom token, bringing him up to 2 doom tokens. Alright, so this is fine. Then we roll for the doom track, and that's 4, so nothing happens again. And now we are actually unlucky because I do want this to happen. I want the doom track to move on. I would like to refresh my market stack, being able to buy something to help me with the god, but the god is not that difficult, so maybe we can do this still. We move on to the next turn. We refresh our things here and discard here. And then basically we are at the Lost City. We can just stay here and face the god if we would like, and I think I'm gonna do that, and that will end the game actually. So the god has 2 doom tokens on him. This is him, Gore, the savage. He gets +1 bonus to range, melee and magic damage values for each doom counter on this card. Move 1 doom counter from this card onto your hero at the end of each phase. What? At the end of each phase? Well, that's stupid. He's extremely easy. Yeah, he's extremely easy. If your hero is knocked out, return any doom counters on your hero to this card. He's not that difficult either. He doesn't have any special... Yeah, this is just a pushover, I guess. Well, let's do it. Let's see if I can zoom in on this battlefield here.